Right, there we go. Hold on before I start. I'll do a midday garden. Oh, okay, I'm getting ads for some reason when I really shouldn't be. What's going on? Right, there we go. Hello everyone. To people just joining, to people who have been waiting, and to everyone watching things back on the VOD, whether it's here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on when you're watching this. Hello, welcome to another stream, and welcome back to Game Dev Sunday. Skipped Game Dev Sunday last week because I was trying to think of like ideas and whatnot, and I needed to kind of skip that stream to try and sort of give my brain a little bit of time to rest. Also, I was kind of sidetracked with other things too during that day. So, yeah, no, those were my reasons. But yes, we're back once again, Game Dev Sunday. And in terms of what we did last time around, I should also double check if things are a bit too... I should probably adjust... Yeah, there we go. Opera's music volume. Because at the moment we do not have the things from my art stream. In terms of what we got done the last time that we did this, where in God's name did I throw? Right, there we go. So there's one, and then there's two. Okay, so I had designed 2 drafts for the very first hub world. Also, I should adjust the volume in Opera, like in Opera itself as well, because I don't want it to be too loud. So I tried to design 2 drafts for the first hub world. One was just kind of and then the second one felt like it had a bit more structure. It felt a bit more orderly, in my opinion. I'm still not sure if this is like what I would go with for a design for a first hub world. It's a start. But you know how it is with this kind of thing. You'll iterate, like you'll test your ideas. You'll see, oh hey, this stuff works. This stuff doesn't work. You'll iterate. You'll change things. You'll adjust things. You'll redesign things multiple times over until you finally land on something that works. So yeah. And because I wasn't so I was a little bit in the level design headspace, but I wasn't fully into the level design headspace, if that makes any lick of sense. So I could put put pen to paper to a degree, put ideas into practice to a degree, but I didn't really have like a proper kind of like preconceived structure before sort of like drawing all of this out. I didn't have what I had for when I was designing the test level, being a like a level beat map and like a timeline of when things happen within that test level. That's what I did at the time. But yes, hold on, my brain. Oh yeah, no. So despite that, this is still like fairly more orderly by comparison, but I would at the very least like to try and attempt making a little beat map for or a level beat map for this hub world. So hub 1 level beat map. So if you've been here before when I was trying to design that stuff for that test level, then you'll vaguely remember it. But if you haven't been here when I was doing that, or you don't remember that, I'll open it up. Basically, I just had like this diagram here that illustrated, oh, this is where we're starting. We're just kind of like mapping out basic structure, going from point to point. This is like each like of these circles kind of like denoting a specific like area of the level, and maybe the transitions between different areas of the level. Um, and then of course, like the end point being like probably one of the biggest areas within the level, just to make it, make it a noticeable landmark for the player to sort of move towards. Um, I do need to properly go back over that level design course that I was studying way back when, because while I do remember some elements of it, like I do have it in a notebook somewhere, but while I do remember some elements of it, I don't fully remember all of it, because like I've said before, level design is not my biggest strong suit. It is not my strongest area. Like programming fully is my area, I guess, of expertise, if you can call it that. Um, but yeah, but yes, we'll try and do this for the first hub today. And then, like, to be fair, like, rather than being like a linear kind of like semi-linear thing, because if we were talking about a normal level, if we were talking about like a normal level, we'd have like, say, start point here, end point there, and we go duh, 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 duh. And then maybe because of like how some, like, if we were looking at Spyro specifically, we'd have like, say, oh, the start point's here, the end point, it's within the same margin, like the same area as the start point, but it's normally at like a higher like position, so you can't like easily go from here to here unless you completed the level. So you'd have to go like all the way around, and then like go around a bit more, and go around a little bit more. Also, the reason why I was kind of going like meandering with drawing the line from point A to point B is because I realized part of the way through, oh god, if I just did this as like this, then that'd just be a penis. I am not drawing a penis on stream. Even, if it's like a funny little doodle, I'm not doing that. But yeah, no. So it'd be important to sort of like note that, like in a normal level, like in this game at the very least, because we're kind of following a similar structure, we would have like, we're starting here, this is where the end would be, but we have like a dotted line that denotes that, hey, like, no, we have a dotted line that hit from here that says, hey, you can go here from here to here eventually, but you need to beat the level first. And then this just kind of like still has like a direct like, it's kind of like cyclical in a way, but not like in, I don't know how I'm trying to explain it. But yeah, in terms of the normal level, that would just be like a fairly linear thing, but cyclical. But if we're talking about a hub world, I guess it's still fairly linear. But obviously in places, because you're not wanting an entire hub world to just be like a straight line or like a corridor most of the time. I guess it depends on your project structure and whatnot. It's not necessarily that good if you're trying to make a hub world to just make it like a corridor, unless that's the whole point of it. I guess the one, when I say like making a hub world a corridor, I guess the one thing that comes to mind in a way is the Hall of Doors from Rayman 2. But I'm getting a bit sidetracked there. But yes, like in terms of like a hub world, like you'd have like, oh hey, your start point, but then you'd also have like, oh, this is like in the case of our game as well, like this is where we would go to like the next hub world or the next area of the hub world. And then like in places we're like, oh, like we're just going from here to here to here, but hey, maybe in this place, rather than just like having one direct linear path to where else we need to go, we can have it branch off both ways, and then hey, maybe on one of the branching paths we can like go straight there, but hey, it can also branch off again this way, or like this way, or something like that, or maybe we just go around here, or like from here to here, and we have like a higher vantage point there somehow. If that makes sense. It's trying to make something that's like that works in terms of like being somewhat linear, but also not linear in its entirety, where just, you know, it's just boring, I guess. But yes, I I was kind of like starting out with like the drafts to have like the end point and like a start point, but I actually defined like the actual visual structure rather than actually just mapping it out first, which was kind of, I guess, was kind of a mistake on my part. So we're going to revisit that. We're going to redo it, but we're going to do it step by step rather than just rushing straight into it just to achieve a result. Um, just for the stake of the stake a steak, just for the sake of me actually, you know, having to show for it. Because sometimes you just don't have things to show, like something to show for a thing, and that's fine. But I put a lot of pressure on myself, which happens a lot. And it happens to a lot of people, in general chat, and also people watching things back. So, let this be a lesson. If you're putting too much pressure on yourself, and this is a good lesson for me as well. Me saying this out loud, I should follow my own advice too. Just try and take it a little bit slower and a bit easier on yourself. Be a bit kinder to yourself and whatnot. So yeah, of course, up here, I should probably reduce the size of the pencil so it's not like too large. We're gonna have the ferry station as we defined the last time, and I want this to be like, in terms of like how it's like denoted on this little mind map kind of thing, fairly large, because at the same time, like, sure, like maybe for the sake of a diagram this is just a representation of, oh, this is important, but at the same time it could also be a little bit in relation to how this is a massive landmark too, and it normally is. Oh, whoops. I do not want to accidentally use companion mode for my phone. I was trying to click this. Like in the case of like the test level, the end is like a fairly big like sort of like section on this little like mind map, and that actually related to how large the end of that level was. I don't have the engine open at the moment because, like I said, my main emphasis today, like last time, is focusing on the level design. But I can get the engine and the level and the test level open, just for the sake of like demonstration. So just a moment, chat and people watching things back. Right. Anyway, getting distracted. So to be fair, I am waiting for the engine to open. Right, so let's open in that window, bring it over here. I need to actually, where is display capture? What do you mean device not connected or available? What? There we go. I have no idea what was going on there. But if we go into the that's not it. Game, maps, S level. Now, if we zoom out a bit, so that thing over there, like, it's, you know, it lacks detail. It doesn't have any, like, defining characteristics, but this large shape over here within this, like, geometric space of, like, floating stuff, this is where the level ends, or the landmark for where the level ends. And if we go back to here, in the diagram, like, it's fairly large, like here. I don't know why I made this so... I guess I was feeling a bit weird that day, writing things that large. But this is fairly large, much like in the actual, like, test level environment itself. And if we click play, we should be able to run it, I hope, without any issues. It's been a while. Like, you can't see it immediately as you're starting out in the level space, but as you sort of, like, move out of this area, like, you can see it. You can see it behind, like, the pusher obstacles. Like, you can see it as it, like, you can see it coming into view as you move forward. And then, like, here, we have this, like, viewing area. Oh, I thought I had a solid collider there. I did not. But we have, like a viewing area where you can see where the level ends. So, in terms of the scale of the ferry station, I discussed this before, like, in the previous stream, but we do want to make sure that this is, like, a fairly noticeable thing. Like, it's not always the case. Like, sometimes in some hub worlds, you don't have, like, an area that's, like, always, like, noticeable from, like, every corner of it, depending on how open it is. I definitely say that in, like... Then again, it depends on the style of hub world, but because we're going for, like, something that's kind of open, but also not really. I should probably also move this over because I do want this side space, like much like the second draft, I want the side space reserved for like the key for like what each symbol means when we add them. So, okay, maybe a bit further inward. So it's like fairly like spaced. And I know the last time, like, we spent, like, God knows how long just creating 2 drafts, and that's because, again, as I've said, level design is not my, it's not my strongest area. Like, programming is my area of, I guess you could say, expertise, as I said. But it's a matter of, this can take time. This will probably, definitely, most likely take time. But like, it's like, as we continue practicing it, it can get, you know, it'll probably become easier, because the last time I did this was ages ago, so, or aside from last time, the last game dev stream, the last time I did this stuff was ages ago, so, you know, it's neither here nor there. So, like, if we look at, like, the previous 2 drafts, like, we have, like, the house starting in, like, an area on, like, the bottom left, and this one has a house starting in, like, the area on the bottom left too. I also originally had the idea of, like, oh, we have a house on the other side of a park. Or, like, maybe a house on the hill. Like, maybe this place has, like, junk, like, scrap hills, perhaps. If we're talking about, like, a rat city. Who knows? Oh, and hey, maybe at the house of, like, this, at the top of this, like, little scrap hill, so, house, which basically serves as, like, the start/opening. And we just kind of have this, like, walled off, kind of, like, maybe by a fence that the player can't, like, clip behind or walk past, maybe for an invisible wall type reason. Oh wait, no, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. I'm supposed to be defining, like, the beat map and then drawing the actual details. I did it again. I've been doing it again. Lord. So we go, like, from the house to, like, street 1, and, like, maybe, like, hmm, have, like, a little patio area, maybe? No. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I just wrote that down from my mind, and I wasn't explaining my whole logic behind it. What's... So we have house, street 1, then you go down the street, you have... Oh, God, now I don't... Hmm. See, now I'm thinking about it, because like this first hub world ideally should also try and facilitate the player learning the controls and the movement mechanics and the stuff. Um, so if I think, because if we look at, hold on, let me make a new canvas just to sort of like go over things within like the first hub of Spyro 3. So, like, you have like little start area, like you go here. You have this. God damn it. You have Sunny Villa. The Sunny Villa gate. Then you have Sheila's out gate. However, you can just like go straight here. Where you learn to glide, and then you can just like glide over to the Cloud Spires gate. Or like down to like some gems here. Like, or and then you can either just like go over to where the molten crater is, or you have the opportunity to just like learn the whole thing about like being able to press triangle or Y during a glide to just kind of hop up at the end, because that's a thing that they do try to teach you as you're starting out, so you know that, oh hey, I can do this when I need a little bit of an extra like bit of distance to reach a ledge that's far away from where I currently am, and I feel like I'm not going to make it with just the glide alone. Like it teaches you that. And then like from Molten Crater you have the lake where you learn to swim. And then you have the Seashell Shore. Or like the speedway if you go up the hill. And then you have where the balloon is and all that jazz. Like it's minor little things, but now that I think about it a lot more, in terms of just like having a hub world that takes advantage of the player's movement capabilities to do stuff, that would be like it would be very good if we do that. So if we go to the level beat map, um, and this is where like you'd have a way to learn how to wall jump. So like say because of like the events of the story, like this road that used to be open is just completely blocked off now. You can't go that way anymore, or no one can get that way anymore. So it's like, oh, but you know what we can do? We can jump off these walls, and you should be able to do it too if you just do this. And then you just. So we'd use that as like a little brief tutorial for learning how to wall jump. Um, and then we get here, we have like, you know, just like a little. Hold on, maybe not like. So we go. Okay, that's weird. My second monitor does this fairly often. It's weird. Um, but we go over this way, and like this is a fairly long like way off of where we would try to get over to where the ferry is, I guess. So it's fairly high up, and like you reach like this little like fork in the road. You have the first level gate. So you'd have the first level gate there. And this would be like learn air dash, for example. So learn air dash, and we have like the first collectible or first cheese. And we just keep like going around this way. So Let me think. Like, do I want to, like, it's like, it's a rough approximation. It's not always, like, gonna be 100% like this exact structure, but it's good to have, like, a basic idea of things. And then we have, like, an area where you learn the stomp. And that leads to the second level gate. So, see, now, like, now that I'm actually planning things out, it's feeling a lot better in my head. So, learn stomp, second level gate. Right. So, oh, yeah, there was a very good decision. Hello, Dev. uh, but right. Let me think. So, what path? Da, 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 da. And then we'd have like a thing that kind of goes this way. And you kind of get to see where you could have gone if things hadn't happened in the story, but like it just kind of overlooks it. And this is like a fairly long like offshoot. And then here, this feels too complicated for my... I'm going to be honest, I'm trying to like sift through my ideas and my thoughts, which are kind of like a jumbled mess in real time. So, this is me just trying to plot out how... Tell me about my game. Or tell you about your game. Tell you about my game. God! My brain. So, My game. I'm trying to make something that's like kind of emulating like the PS1 era, like Spyro the Dragon and whatnot. Um, Originally, I was just gonna make it like a bog standard 3D platform where you go from point A to point B. But then something clicked in me last year at a given point, and I just completely ignored my own suggestion to myself and decide, oh hey, I'm going to make it a 3D collectathon platformer like Spyro. So I've been working on it progressively since last year. That much I've feel like I've mentioned like a lot, either with other people or on stream as well. But only like fairly recently I've been sort of like taking a step back to consider like structure and what it is exactly I need to get done if I wanted to have possibly even the remote semblance of a demo or prototype in the near future, because I do want to get it out to like for people to properly try rather than just like constantly being like, hey look, this is what we're working on today and this is what we've done on the project today. Like I want actually like people to be able to actually experience it rather than just, observe it. But to do that, I need to be able to actually plan out like hub world designs and level designs as well. And yeah, so what I'm attempting to do right now is I'm trying to plan out a hub world, or the first hub world, but make it in a way where it helps to teach the player how to play the game. And I'm trying to sort of like I'm trying to take it from that angle, but at the same time, because I struggle with level design, I can't just immediately go in and sketch a level environment. I have to block it out like a mind map, but a bit more complicated than just a regular ass mind map. Um, so yeah, there's basically just me trying to map out my ideas into a thing that actually I can read and make sense of in terms of structure, because otherwise I'm going to struggle trying to put like my ideas into action, if that makes sense. Hmm. But yeah, no. A lot of it's just like trial and error and trying to figure out what exactly is going on with my funny little head with these ideas. Also, now I realize it. I can actually kind of get rid of the dono goal now that I'm thinking it, or change it to something else. Because for people who don't know, thanks to my mobile network, I have a Switch 2, but I pay for it monthly, and I am very much enjoying Mario Kart World. I'm looking forward to when like the new Donkey Kong comes out and getting like Pokemon Legends ZA and whatnot. But I'm also super excited for when the Switch 2 exclusive FromSoft game comes out. That's gonna be so cool. I can't wait for that. But at the moment, aside from that one trailer they showed off during the Switch 2 Direct, um, like way back when in April, I think, was it April? Was it May? I can't. It was. I think it was April. I can't remember. No, 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 no. It was April. It was April. I'm remembering now. Like we know nothing else like outside of what was shown in that one trailer. Though it still absolutely shocked me. But anyway, I'm gonna try and think of another funny thing to change that to. Maybe instead of like Nintendo Switch 2 fund, I change that to PC upgrade fund. Because leveling with you chat and people watching things back, I'm gonna need to upgrade my PC in the near future, otherwise it will keel over and die. Um, but more on that later. Um, so in terms of getting back to trying to throw my ideas at a brick wall and hope they stick. So in terms of the basis for like the player's movement mechanics and where they're taught in the hub world, we've got like wall jump tutorial, we've got like learning the air dash, we've got learning the stomp. Um, ooh, wait. But then that would make the diagram look weird. I have to think about this for a moment because it's like, do I make it so that like this whole blocked path thing is a thing that the player learns how like to like unblock that path like from the other side here, so they can have like a direct path that leads up to where the ferry station is? Or do I just leave it as a blocked path and like, oh, they have to sort of like meander around everything? Um, I'm not sure. It's decision. It's trying to think of like, would this like, it sounds cool in theory, but when put into practice, I'm not sure if it would like fully work. Oh, this is why I'm mad I struggle with level design, because like if I had more of an aptitude for it, I'd be able to suss this out a little bit better. But yes, also, I'm sorry if that was like a lot of words that I was throwing um at you there, like not just about the project, but about everything in general, people. But I sometimes do have a fair bit to say, and sometimes I don't. This is one of the days where I have at least a fair little bit to say. My brain is lagging, so I'm just like, that sounds about right. That sounds completely right. Hmm. Does this actually help my brain? Just kind of bobbing like that. Like, you can't tell, but I'm just bobbing from left to right, trying to see if this jogs my brain enough to think. I don't think it's working. Chat, I don't think it's working. Ow, it hurt to laugh like that. Ugh, don't like that feeling. Right. So, what path? Da 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 da. Ba ba da ba. Um, have like this little like I haven't labeled all of these like little things where the path branches. Um, Wait. I made that too small to write things in. Stomp or cheese. Which sounds a bit funny taken out of context. Hello, hi Heater. You're done with work now. Yay! How did worky go? I am currently trying to rack my brain. Not just with this. Pretty average, to be honest. I did see in the group chat that you had had to make your first ban outside of like instant ban stuff, but so wall jump to trash pile, stomp the cheese. And you said they were annoying you. You said they were annoying you. And I'm wondering what had annoyed you. I'm so curious. Because I know like some things can like peeve you a fair amount, but I don't know if you saw, but Jack was doing a rating yourself. Yeah. To be fair, look, reading back now, I could kind of gather that from you posting lyrics in the group chat. That's like another kind of branch, but it's just kind of like going up a little bit. Which is just where he has a tier list template up on Photoshop and listens to viewer submitted songs from a Google form. Oh, yeah. Also, the ad break starts in a few minutes. I know this doesn't apply to you, Heater, and I know you like to make a point of it at the moment, because sub and all that, but... So basically, right, we have auto mod phrases like listen to or should play so chat doesn't get annoying. Was someone trying to go around auto mod phrases? Because despite there being on the form, being the form on the bot through form and also a pinned message, chat is always so fucking annoying with please listen to my song, please, it's so good, we don't care. That sounds proper annoying. Like, maybe... Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, but yeah, there was just one viewer spamming the same message word for word and being caught by mod or mode every time, but they didn't seem to care. Anyway, ad break starts. We'll be back in a few minutes. Hang on tight. We'll be back soon, and I will read stuff. Mr. Brightside. But yes, I will keep reading stuff and then sort of answer stuff when I get back. So, hang tight. Okay, we're back. So he is currently BRB, but as if everyone and their mother hasn't listened to Mr. Fucking Brightside. Yeah, I know. I like. The only reason I've heard it is because of Fortnite, Fortnite Festival. Not to mention, Jack does listen to popular, well-known stuff if it comes up in the goddamn form. I boiled the kettle an hour ago and completely forgot about it. Oh, hello. Uh, but I'm not dead though. Right. Okay. I didn't finish writing this before the ad break. Whoopsie daisy. Right. I'll also not draw the circle, then write the thing, then draw the circle around it. Was more for me than for you. Oh, yeah. No, no, no. That makes sense. Back for a min. Hi ho. Hi ho. Hi ho. But yes, no. I did read your stuff after I came back from ad break here. And all I have to say is, wow. They asked for too much. I'm in great oof, but silly oof. Silly in a funny way, but or silly in a odd way. I made it so I can barely use my phone on what? They were spamming, and so usually we time people out, and but they didn't stop. So you had to just ban them because they just couldn't fucking stop. They couldn't take the hint. So I went 2 minutes because it's been a good amount of spam, and then so I have 5 minute timeout, and you wait 5 minutes, and they keep doing it, so you ban them. I'll say like, and then it goes there. Um. So and then they keep doing it. So like, good lord, get the goddamn F. Um. I mean, hold on. There's always the Discord. There is always... I can't actually remember if links get removed. I think they do, because Nightbot is a bit funny about stuff. Nightbot is very funny about stuff. Oh, right. You're in the hundreds... Jesus! Hmm... Okay, never mind then. If you want to send, I can remove the timeout and reset. Yeah, no, yeah, no. Try sending it and then he will resend it. Because at the very least, I don't think Nightbot will respond to Peter sending a link. But yeah, no, like, it's a bit roundabout, but we should be able to do it that way, you know? Um, try, yeah, in chat, put it in chat. And then, because I know Nightbot will flag your link, but then Heater can grab the link and then resend it himself. Because Nightbot won't respond. Nightbot won't respond to a mod sending a link. So, oh, it just deletes it. Yeah, no timeout. But oh wait, no. It's a timeout if they keep sending links. It's a timeout if they keep sending links. If they do it multiple times, from my experience. Because I can't remember. I think it might have been with Zazel one time when they got timed out. Actually, I don't need to resend it. I should have it. Oh yeah, no, I should. Because it'll just be crossed. Yeah. Oh, good lord. You have so much on your screen. What the f... Oh my god. Duolingo watches. He knows what you're doing. Damn it, I can barely access my keyboard. But you said you did it on purpose. Like, why would you do this to yourself? I have to know. I have to know what your reasoning behind it was. It should be 14. If I pay the subscription on one of the free apps, I can get 4... What? Good lord, Okay, BOV, okay. Right. Okay, so I found one app where I can only have... And I thought to myself, does more apps equal more friends? It does. Oh! Right. Okay, now I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Besides, now I get the stream avatar feeling when watching stuff in landscape. I still want like I don't know why I haven't like gotten it like any time I've been paid or anything like that. I have not like bought stream avatars, um, like or anything at all. Like, and I feel like even though like things are still like fairly small at this point in time, um, it'd be nice to have a stream avatar like for chatters and whatnot. I don't know if it's crowded enough. Should I pay for more friends? I I don't think I should be the one deciding that. Because part of me would say yes, but also part of me would say probably not. But that is your decision. That is 100% your choice. Um, oh damn, I haven't done Wordle today either. Whoops. Not path for cheese. First cheese. That's kind of a mess, but that's fine. Um, so in terms of like a mapped out, I wonder if it drains a lot of that. It might do. Like it feels like theoretically speaking, it should. If like if most apps are anything to go by. Um, I think so. But structure-wise, this feels a lot better to like try and draw a thing from. So let's save this. So we have that there. It's so stupid. I love it. I mean, as long as you're just having fun with it, then I mean that's all that matters, I guess. Hmm. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to make another layer. And maybe I can actually start drawing the actual, like, environment design over, like... Can't see what you're doing and need to toss them in the corner to access my keyboard. Lol. Luckily, they don't walk in front of the keys once I get it. I at the very least admire the resilience and the commitment to the bit. I can at the very least admire the commitment. Right, so I also sometimes use a color filter. Huh. Oh gosh. There we go. Alright. On the new Samsung phones, you can have a color filter on top of the entire screen. Oh! Huh. Cool. And here comes Heater. He's back. Right. It's on some slightly older ones too. It came with newer updates, I think. Oh! Ooh. A blue hue, the bloody screen friends. Ugh. The blue. The blue. The only way I could see this is like, oh, this is a wall, and oh, this is like a very big street sign. The blue screen of death. Right, so... And then I guess here we can have, like, this, like, kind of alleyway? And then on the top of here is, like, the third level gate. Probably very effective for limiting screen use because you'll hurt your thumb swiping it away constantly. I mean, I guess if you want to use it as a way of just, like, limiting your screen use, then I guess that works. But it's very unorthodox. Like, it feels very, like, out there, but I mean, if you were trying to do that, then maybe that could work. You've done what? Oh. Oh. Normal compared to other stuff you've done. Now I don't know if I want to ask what else you've done. I'm not listening to Sega, I'm listening to Spyro, but hi Zemi. I don't know if you're ready. Maybe? Who knows? I mean, maybe I am, or maybe I'm pretending and I'm scared. I'm always ready, and it's a well-known fact he's secretly me. Wanna ease into it, or do you wanna dive into the... Right. I'm just gesturing with my hands, but you can't see this. But I'm going to put emphasis on my voice for this. Ease... Thank you, Zemi. Ease into it. Slowly introduce me to what you could have possibly done that is somehow worse than this. I feel like I don't like this. Listen. We heat up. So you know what? Yeah, I know what a CRT is. Yeah, like a cathode ray television. Yeah. Did you put a CRT filter over everything on your phone? Or did you do a thing with a CRT? Like I am doing this, don't get me wrong, but I am kind of eager to hear, like, eager and scared to hear where this goes. And that's like a little, like, slope stair kind of thing. Oh god, oh crap! No! To be fair, I should, like, actually denote this as, like, a slope. I got a widescreen CRT I play my PS5 on. I also have... Why does that feel quieter on the stream side? It might be. Hold on, where is... sound alerts? Because I do have a... Or it might just be you. It might just be you. Yeah. You have a stickers of a fake XP taskbar and Clippy. Though widescreen CRT is an interesting thing to play modern gaming on, though I'm not judging. Like, that seems pretty sick. Unrelated, it is funnier if we explode everyone's... I mean, it's for comedic effect, and it's also, hey, maybe if you're sleeping, it will wake you up. Need me one of those for DK. The funny thing about analog signals is you can split them. That stream kept getting lurkers who got bombarded with Hatsune Miku and left immediately. I mean, it was either Hatsune Miku, Kezu, random generic memes. I'm trying to remember everything else. God, it escapes me. It freaking escapes me. I can't forget lobster. No, we cannot forget the lobster. So the worst thing I've done is to run video signals from the PS5 and Atari flashback. If you want to check, yeah, the links are still there. You ran video signals from the PS5 and an Atari flashback into the same video port of the TV. What the fuck does that even begin to look like? What does that even... First of all, like, yeah, I'm just sorry that that's a crime. It's a crime. With enough cables, the whole family can play on the same TV at the same... That sounds terrible! Like, what does that even look like? Like, is it all like... Oh. Oh, hold on. Music. Right, that needs to be restarted, because that was still there from the last time I played this song on stream. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. I was... I need to run all of my gaming systems. I was about to say, like talk about, alright, we're doing this stuff next. This is what's happening now. But that caught me off guard. Oh, God. Lord. Because it jumps me as well. Like, it doesn't jump other people, it jumps me. I mean, you just run the signal through composite audio cables. It's easy to come by the necessary cables at a tech shop. I guess so. RCA cable, right, not like... Not a... Ugh. Also, yeah, you use audio cables at... Okay, I just hadn't... I hadn't completely clocked that. This feels like forbidden knowledge. This feels like the dark arts. If guns were legal here, I would be pointing one in your general direction. This feels like... This feels like... This feels like very forbidden dark knowledge that you're giving to us. And... Like, there has to be a catch. Like... Is it... I'll find a cool looking stick instead. It's the same cable, it's just that the colors are right. It's so it's right. So for the colors of the cables are just mainly for like organizing and whatnot, and actually being able to say, yeah, these are these cables used for this thing, but this is the cable used for this thing. They're just types of AV cables. Like maybe I'm just because analog. Yeah. Like make this line thicker so it's like that, and then we have panel to break under here. We break the thing. And then the first level gate just like rises out from here. Like there. Wow. So cool. My family has an inside joke about this, and it's physically paining me not to make the shitty joke that makes sense without context. Huh. Right. Let me think. If I turn off, like, the bottom layer, because that's where I definitely need to finish actually, like, drawing the things. I need to do more cursed stuff to be. Listen, there's a time and place for cursed stuff. Sometimes you. Never mind. Right. So, going down the list of. I don't know why I never do anything. I mean, to be fair, maybe you just prefer doing things like outside of the box. Maybe doing the normal things is a bit too boring. Wait. Yeah. Like, maybe for some people, like, doing things the normal way is just boring. What gave you that idea? I don't know. There's just something about you that kind of gave me the sort of sense of, maybe just doing things normally is just very boring. So it's like, boop, 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 and then go there. Well, not really there, but... Actually, that would be... That would be... That would be here. That would be there, and instead of going duh duh duh, it would be going like duh 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 up to there. A long time ago, when I lived with my parents, they always had a rotating menu, and I don't know when or why, but every time someone would chime in with cables, what are they serving? And it somehow made everyone laugh. The joke expanded to any words with a similar structure. Cables, maples, staples. If I hear any word that ends with "ls" and have two syllables, I almost spurt out the unfunny quip, and then in there, it's a problem. I mean, it depends. A lot of times, it's just to see if I can or out of spite. I mean, to be fair, spite seems to be a genuine like reason for a lot of people to do like silly, stupid things. I would know because sometimes I do some things out of just spite, but not like overly stupid things, but just like some things I just kind of do out of spite, and I make it people's problems. As a silly, stupid thing myself, I'm offended. I used 2 years on a project out of spite. Do, 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 do. To be fair, continuing to exist for many years out of spite is a fun thing to do too. I spent 26 out fucking... See, I didn't realize you were also going along the lines of, oh, I have lived out of spite, but fucking... Listen, okay, we had the same idea, and that's good. Gosh. I sometimes tell inside jokes to people who aren't in on the joke. You know that happened? I spent 26 out of spilled glue. I mean, to be fair, that happens a lot when you're like, when you have more than one friend group, but then, or you just have no 7TV. I do have 7TV, it's just that I don't think I have that emote. Unless I don't. I don't remember. I have Frankerface. No, wait, actually, I don't have... I don't think I do have 7TV. Like, I have Frankerfaces, I have Better TTV. Oh. They'll probably smooth over, and if I can't spill any glue, then I can't eat any glue. Oh, wait, that's got me thinking about, you do not have 7TV, feels weird. That's how you got your soup. Hold on. Um... Okay, this is a bit weird. I also don't have 7TV. I'm on mobile. I just really like spilling glue. I feel like glorp, glorp, bleep glorp. This probably won't take effect now. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Check out this epic emotion that I can convey using my bank account. Right, I was looking at 7TV. I'm trying to say it, but it probably won't take effect until, like, I think I refreshed the thingamajig. How do I do it again? It's chat, and then or am I might be getting this wrong. Oh, I needed to enable them via OBS as well, via the BTTV settings, because apparently you can do that. I did not realize you could do that with the BTTV settings. Anyway, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Anyway, so hide that first layer. Bro is learning. I am learning. Or is because you missed the R. I'm leaning. Yes, very different. I'm leaning. I'm leaning. Hold on. Where is Oh, he's leaving. No. I want to test the thing. Oh wait, actually, I should probably. How do I? Oh wait, I need to refresh chat in OBS. Will this work? It does not. Not at the moment. What the fuck is a fonk? Uh, it works, bro. It works. Honk shoe. But it's not appearing in OBS. No, I meant sleep funk works. Oh. You gotta do the chat refresh. I clicked refresh on chat. Oh, refresh cache of current page. I need to double check if all my settings are properly done. I'm sorry, I keep killing chat! Oh, Stream Elements chat refresh. I forgot, It's been a while. Right, so setting... No, wait, it's session data. I think. I might be right, I might be wrong. It's... Oh. Listen, Also, ad break starts in about 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Hopefully that should work now that I've done, like, refreshing in multiple bloody places. Okay, I might be doing other things incorrectly. I feel like I'm just... Ah! You connected 7TV to your Stream Elements account. No. Oh, I know what this means. I know what this means. I'll keep looking at that over the ad break, because we are about to go into ads, so... where is my thing? We'll be back in a few minutes, so hang on tight. We'll be back soon, and hopefully we'll have this sorted by then. Right, and we're back. I'm not 100% sure if it's sorted. Because the one thing I've realized I forgot to get the browser extension for 7TV, which, you know, would probably help, um, with everything. That only affects your own browser for watching streams. Go to chapel. Hold on. I don't think I did. Inside the editor. I'm going to need a little bit of a reminder on how to connect 7TV to Stream Elements. Because I cannot remember. Oh, whoops. So I'm trying to check. Go on chatbot on the left side of the screen, chat commands. That speeds things up. Hold on. Let me try doing that again, and then going into the chat, and then refreshing the cache of the current page. I think I did that just as you were doing that. Hold on. Okay, it's working. It's working now. We've got it. We got it, chat. That took a bit longer than I would have liked, though. But we're fine. We're cool. We did it. I can see the glue being spilled, yes. Your super intelligence comes from this. Ow. So structure-wise, this is looking better. I get rid of this so it just kind of... Whoops. Right. But now I also kind of makes me like want to, at the very least, take a little bit more of a look at some other emotes that are on there at some point. Probably after stream. Gosh. It is 21 out of 20 still. Right. So, looking at the beat map, and then looking at it compared to what I've actually drawn out for, like, a rough sketch of how things should look. Oh, wait. Hmm. Just a moment. I'm thinking. Well, I'm trying to think as best as I possibly can, but, All right. Okay. So okay. So along this side here, I'm gonna start making some notes. I'm gonna like put the little section denoting like the key for like icons or whatnot. So I'm gonna say cheese, which is the main collectible. Um, we're gonna have this be a level gate. Of course, we're gonna have stairs be denoted by like a thing with multiple lines down it. Oh, terrible. Any... Oh, whoops, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. Yes, the main collectible is cheese. Anything with, like, a bunch of cracks in it are destructible objects. Gonna have NPCs be like this little person with, like, a question mark above their head. As someone with a crack myself, listen, I have a crack as well, but I'm I'm taking it in stride. Will the NPCs be destructible? They'll have to have their asses sealed up if we don't want them to be destructible. So teach the player movement mechanics. That needs to be tile. Oh, good lord. Why do you think we're not? Why do you think we're indestructible? We've got no cracks. Oh, oh, right. Oh, there's a fly on the bloody screen. Ugh. And provide a start point for collectibles. And this, while not necessarily gameplay related, is like this next one is related to the overall player experience. Um, Create good impression of gameplay. And this one is like, despite me listing it, later than the others, is very important because, like, you can have like an appealing art style. You can make something look so vibrant and like full of character. Dialogue tree, why can't I attack you? Attackable objects are designated by having cracks in them. You'll need to attack a number of times equal to the number of cracks they have to destroy them. Do you not have one? Excuse me. Like, that kind of meta, like, it'd be a little bit meta, but it would be pretty funny too. Oh gosh. But yeah, so you could have like a unique art style. You could have something that feels so full of character, from the visuals to the character design to like the layout and structure of everything, and a setup for, say, your game's story or whatever semblance of story that it may have. But if you can't make like a good first impression with the gameplay, then it feels like you kind of lose people very easily. And the one thing that I really want in terms of like when I eventually manage to like get some kind of like prototype or demo into people's hands is I want it to feel like, of course, like my whole dealio this whole time, like not just for this project, but for the entire time that I have been like trying to work on stuff, like since like I'd say when I realized it second year of university, that I want to take the player experience into consideration and make something that feels fun to play. And like that's my whole like aim with a lot of things with like games development, to make something that feels fun and looks fun and sounds fun to play. And I feel like this in itself is part of the reason why creating a good impression of the gameplay within like a short amount of, like within like the opening of the game is a very important step, because if you're not able to just grab the player like that and pull them along for the ride with like whatever you're trying to sell in terms of gameplay, then you're just, honestly, it's just, what's the point? So I list this here as like a reminder to myself more than anything that I need to make this, or I want to make this engaging and fun for the player. I'm imagining a room with rising, non-suspicious liquid and a block in the way of the exit, like 20 cracks in it. You have to platform up to it and attack it until it leaves the way. Either you're good at the platforming or just really good at attacking fast. Make the first level good. Get them invested. Then fire your workers and pay the. You know what that sounds very familiar to. That sounds like blowing like an anime adaptation, blowing the budget for things on the first episode to make it look good for the trailers, and then by like getting rid of the studio that animated the first episode, and then have some completely different studio animate the rest of the series, and then it looks absolutely god awful. I am, of course, talking about the Uzumaki anime adaptation, because that did happen with the Uzumaki anime adaptation, where the first episode seemed phenomenal and everyone had such a good first impression, and then because of like blowing the budget and how long it took for everything, they just got rid of the original animation team and just said, you know what, fuck it, just go cheap and get the rest of the series done that way, and it led to a lot of backlash. Also, I will say, like a bit of a tangent aside, like as a type 1 diabetic, looking at my readings over the past 24 hours, for my blood sugars and whatnot, it's kind of funny seeing the absolute roller coaster that they kind of go on. Like, where for the most part it's like, oh, it's all in range and everything's fine, and then there's just like one massive spike in the middle, and it's just like, oh, it's normal again. Because of budget cuts and unions, the second level in this demo will be forced to use beta art for this game, and it turns out it's just everything that I cobbled together at the last minute. Like, this is supposed to be a representative of what things are supposed to look like, not what things are actually supposed to look like. Please, we need to make a Kickstarter to raise money, and then we're going to take the money and not do anything for. This is the representative. This is art that has been drawn. It. Right, so first things first, right, Zemi, representative of the idea of a rap. This is art, it would be art that a rap would fucking draw if they were terrible at it. And then here, diabetes sugar levels be like a start. With the app that I have for my sensor, it basically just is a fucking stock market. Instead of, like, lines, it's a lot of dots. Like, it's a lot of dots instead of lines, but it's just basically stonks. It's stocks. And it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny to visualize it that way. Yeah, no. But this isn't, like, even a proper level. This is a hub world that's teaching the player how to do things. And then in this hub world, there are 4 other levels to do. Or at the very least, 1 or 2 levels at the very minimum. And then 3 and 4 if I actually decide to go through with, like, making 4 per hub world. And then that would have to require, like, putting ideas and effort into making other level designs and whatnot. But in terms of, like, this structure and how this looks compared to draft 2 of the hub, of the first hub, this looks way better in my opinion because it's a lot more structured. It's a lot more organized. I've actually managed to, like, initially plot out, like, things with, like, the little mind map structure first. Like, doing it this way. And then drawing over it with, like, how things would look roughly within the level itself. Of course, like, not accounting for actual scale and everything. But this looks much better in my brain. Or for my brain. This feels much better for my brain compared to how I did things before. And it's absolutely staggering as to why I didn't do it this way a lot sooner. It's crazy, honestly. Anyway, so, as I said in the Discord and on Twitter and whatnot, I did say that this was going to be a shorter stream today, and I feel like, for, like, a short burst of, like, trying to do this without burning myself out on the level design too much, this went fairly well. I'm hoping with future streams focused on the level design, but I love burning, yes. But I may not enjoy it. But, hopefully, when it comes to more of the Game Dev Sunday streams focused on the level design, I'm able to get absolutely more done. But in terms of how I'm doing this approach, I'm trying to do it in the smaller bursts. so that I can at the very least get my brain to work for like the short amount of time, come up with the ideas, and then go from there. You'll drink my gasoline and you'll enjoy it, young man. Hey, it's only a 2-year gap. But yeah, but I'm hoping in future I can actually get more level designs done within the stream, but this is just me trying to sort of properly ease myself into doing this kind of thing again. Um, but yes, I will be calling things there for today, just so I don't push myself too much. But thank you ever so much for being here, to everyone watching things at the moment and watching things back on the VOD, whether it's here on Twitch or on YouTube. Um, you don't understand how much you learn as soon as you hit 26 exactly. I mean, to be fair, in like less than 3 months, the frontal lobe or frontal cortex is almost fully developed. I don't know what I'll learn by that point. Oh, oh yeah, you're 26, 25? I can't remember. It's over one. 25. Okay. Okay, so both me and you still have roughly a year. I have over a year, but yeah, no. You'll be just like me soon. Oh no. But yes, thank you ever so much. I really appreciate it. Also, having these kinds of interactions with chat and whatnot, it's always fun. It's always fun and I love it. Embrace the cringe. I'm trying to slowly do that. It's taking its time. Next stream will of course be tomorrow. We'll be going back to Chrono Trigger tomorrow. We did a fair amount last time I streamed Chrono Trigger. Excited to see where else that goes. But yeah. Again, thank you ever so much for being here. Apologies for the shorter stream, but it is mainly just for like easing into level design and not like getting frustrated over not being able to come up with ideas. But hopefully, as I said, who are we yeeting off to? I don't actually know. Normally I just kind of end streams and go from there, but I haven't thought about like who we're gonna raid. If there's anyone active. Let me think. Let me think. I fancy watching some children's card game. If you hold, I don't follow anyone per se. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Um, yeah, no, I don't follow anyone playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. No, screw it. I'm gonna raid like Reign of Iris Jr.'s stream. May as well. Oh, raise raid settings do not allow you to raid at this time. Never mind. I don't have anyone else. Ah! Okay, never mind. I think I'll just go to a category and find someone silly looking. That's the best strategy. Heater. Do you have any suggestions as well before I just blindly throw myself into the ether? No. Ah, brilliant. Fun times. See, This is the problem with not really watching too many people stream, is that when the people you normally watch are not live, then you don't know what the hell to do. Where is... Maybe check the category. Oh wait, shit! I could just raid someone playing Mario Kart World. Now that I think about it, I could just do that. If people want me to, I don't know why I spent like 5 minutes trying to decide. Like normally I just end things, and now like, who? I'm not good at trying to decide who to raid. I'm not good at this. It's like I've been put on the spot. Also, this headset is annoying me. I need a new one. The little ears on this one are kind of almost hanging off. Fuck's sake. Um, I am trying to check categories on the Twitch app. The one you're in, ding. I'm sorry. Um, hmm. I am truly dinkusing tonight. That's fair. I think I found someone doing like stuff in this category. We're rating this person, Big Boy Games official. They're working on stuff in Godot. Yeah. Anyway, we're rating this person, so I will catch you all in the next stream. So until then, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.